Welcome to the South African Heritage Resources Information System, or SARIS. In this video, we'll show you how to create a development application on the system. To do so, simply cursor over the Applications option on the sidebar menu and click Make an Application. From here, select Get a Comment or Decision on a Development. Select the province that you would like to make your application for, and say Next. This will then give you the option of the SARA Section 38 Development Application form. This is the SARA Section 38 Development Application form. You can see here that you have a timeline in terms of your steps towards completing your application. You're also presented with the information that any red stars that you find on the web form is required information that must be completed in order to complete and submit your application. Further, it gives information around the relevant legislation that pertains to development applications. You are then presented with the terms and conditions for the use of the site. You also have a link here that allows you to go and see the information in a more full respect. Once you have read the terms and conditions and acknowledged so, you can then choose your role in the application. And so you can choose, if you're the owner or developer, it will pull through your information through your user profile on the system. If you select consultant, the system will allow you to enter the owner's details through this web form here, as well as any other information that is required. Once that information has been put in, you can confirm that it is correct, and the rest of the web form will be open for you. From here, you can choose the nature of your development application, whether it is a Section 38.8, and you are then presented with the types of applications and the types of oversights that are needed, as well as reference numbers for the authorities and the locational information. However, if it is not a Section 38.8, but rather a Section 38.1, it will then allow you to select the specific triggers of the Act that need to be selected to properly characterize your application, and you can select multiples of these. Once you have characterized your application, you can then create a case title, include the proposal description, and input the national sector classification for your application. From here, you are then presented with avenues to upload information and other files. These include the shapefile for your spatial information, images, application documentation that is able to be publicly facing, confidential or non-public documents such as ID numbers, banking information, contact information is to be included under this avenue here. You are then also able to make a submission fee and include your proof of payment here. Once your web form has been completed, you can save it as a draft, and it will be accessible through your user dashboard here. Once you have filled in the application web forms, you can then choose to add in a heritage report to your case and click Submit. Once your application has been submitted, this is what your case looks like. You can see here you have the case title, the summary information including the case ID, the status, heritage authority, as well as the authorship information including when the submission was made. You also have access to any additional submissions or submission forms that were made as part of your application. And this includes all of the information that you input as part of your application. Further, the site shows you the spatial information captured as part of the shapefile that you submitted in your application, and you have the option here to add any heritage reports to the case that you need to. However, in order to add additional information or make corrections to a case that are not a heritage report, you need to make an additional submission. And in order to do that, simply cursor over applications, click make an application, select make an additional submission to an existing case, and select the additional submissions web form. This web form will then allow you to make corrections and adjustments and additional information to your existing cases. Again, approve the terms and conditions, confirm that the information that is being pulled from the system is correct, and then complete the web form to characterize the submission that you're making. This can include a standard addition, such as a proof of payment, amendments and corrections to the case, or other corrections that are not categorized under those previous two. You can then link this submission to your existing case using the case title. You can make comments and notes in order to properly characterize the submissions, the additional submissions that you're making to your case. From here, you're given options to upload various types of supporting information to your case in the additional submission. These can include images, submission forms, confidential and non-public facing information such as ID numbers, bank accounts, and contact information, as well as your proof of payment. And you can then submit that. Once you click this button, it will be included here as an additional submission to your case.